love to build. I love to problem solve. I just graduated a few weeks ago and I started being public about my journey.
Jon, you have made some significant career decision choices in your life.
What I always remind myself was focus on the positive, focus on the plan, focus on what I need to do today, because all the things that are rolling around in my head that are starting to stress me out, the majority of it never happened.
All that stuff is worth it at the end of the day, and you learn to make another leap and become familiar with it as you move on your journey.
Change is uncomfortable. Those growing pains are going to put you in a position where it doesn't feel good all the time. These past 6-7 months have truly been the most transformative of my entire life and absolutely worth it.
You need to get uncomfortable. Get in the dirt. Is what type of person do I need to become to be where I want to be in 10 years? Is this person going to be lazy? Or is this person not going to be willing to sacrifice?
That fear and excitement are a very similar emotion. A lot of times you can't tell them apart. I tell myself I'm excited and I start to get a different emotion because they're so similar you confuse them.
We are going to drop Brooke's announcement. I've got you hooked here. I'm going to give you a countdown here. In the next 10 seconds, we're going to flip the video on Jimmy, and we're going to get the announcement made for Brooke Sweedar's New Beginnings, debuting Mornings in the Lab. Jimmy, you ready to rock and roll? Let's do it. Brooke, here we go.
Yeah, everything.
New Beginnings with Brooke Sweedar. She is officially on the market, nation. She's officially ready and willing and open to be hired.
I've been focusing on building my skills, on networking, on building my online brand and sharpening things up, but now I'm prepared and I knew I wanted something different. On LinkedIn, I wanted to grab people's attention while still also educating them on my skills and showing some of my creativity, kind of what I'm about. I am a full stack bootcamp graduate and I'm very proficient in JavaScript and React. I built my following on LinkedIn from 180 people to over 9,000. So I have extensive experience with online branding. I think that my background equips me with a unique advantage entering the tech field.
I'll tell you, problem solving is one of those things. That's a core skill that a person needs to have no matter what they're doing.
Anyone who's in tech knows, or trying to break into tech knows how difficult the market is. It is not easy to get a job. There's a lot of competition. I had to decide, is that going to stop me? Am I going to be able to do whatever it takes and persevere even if I don't get hired immediately? I had to be mentally prepared for that. The connections matter. They're essential.
Talk about how you found this human and what you did to engage with this human to help you get this rolling.
Yes, so this is such a testament to the power of networking. He is brilliant. He's so professional. I ended up coming across his content. Someone shared it. And then I looked into his profile and he does amazing work partnering with companies. I was fortunate enough to partner with him and he used his amazing skills to make this video happen.
What was the key learning from that experience?
Don't listen to that voice.
Talk about what was going on through you as you're watching Brooke and you're thinking about maybe your daughters and so forth and their journey. Be vulnerable with me.
My oldest daughter is older than Brooke. You've got from the time they're born until they're 18 to do this programming properly. Then you get to sit back and see, did it, what we were trying to do actually work? My youngest is still in college, but my oldest and my middle are just out there putting a whooping on the work field. You guys are going to separate yourself so fast. Because stop when you're done, not when you're tired. You need to choose your life.
Hey, Marty, what have you learned or what are you leaning into these ideas of winning the day before you go to bed at night?
I try to set an alarm to remind myself to get in bed so I can have a productive day.
Let's lean into staying on the path, the value of sticking to your path.
If you want to make a change, I do think it's important to sit and think about, really the end goal is
Consistency, mastering, and knowing when to stay the course is more valuable than constant change.
The reason why you haven't gotten the result is because you haven't been doing it long enough.
How do you balance the need for change with the need for consistency?
You got to think about it. The habits that I have, are they moving the needle the way I want it to go? If they're not, what's holding me back? What do I need to alter? 85% of what we do every day is subconscious, which is habit driven. If we have to get where we want to go.
What do you say to audience members, family, friends who are worried about backlash when you're about to make a big change in your life?
that's the complicated thing to answer, because sometimes the decision that you're making isn't always a good one. It's my life. It's my career. I'm the only person that can make that decision.
She said a few times to me, when are you going to be normal? Already at that point in my life, I knew that I didn't want to be normal. But what I realized was, if people who love me even don't understand what I'm doing, then I'm really shooting the direction I need to be shooting.
You always have to understand that they're doing it out of love because they care about you.
All they're doing is expressing their limited belief system.